So, okay, very good. Let me just open the projector. Sorry. So today we will start with Unit 2, but we have some activities to check from Unit 1, okay? Because last week I set some homework. So yes, okay. Well, now there are some changes in the calendar. I don't know if you have noticed or if you have been informed of that. Recibieron la información, ¿no? So there are some changes. So I have to check the calendar myself, but the first exam has not changed. But that means that we have like an extra week for classes that I need to check. Okay. So we have the first exam is on the 28th of January. Okay, so it's in 2 weeks' time. It's gonna be Unit 1 only. Okay, so we will be seeing the units, but Unit 1 only. Yes. So you will not have any problems. Then in February we'll have Unit 2, 3, and 4, and then at the end 5 and 6. Okay. So in February the second exam is on the 18th of February, and then the final exam is not in March but in April, the 1st of April. Okay, so it's been moved forward, se ha pospuesto. Okay. The second exam is on the 18th of February. I mean, this is the calendar, but I will put it on the platform. So this is the new calendar that I have received just today. So that's why it's so as I say, the final exam is in April. It's wrong. April, but it's the 1st of April. So it's gonna be. So the final exam, if you remember, is about like, well, it's Unit 5 and 6 plus the previous units that you have not passed. Okay, so if you, for example, if you fail a test, you will have to take that material to study that material for the final test. Or if you just don't take the test because you have, I don't know, for medical reasons or for family problems or something, and you don't come to the exam, so you have to do the test at the end as the final test. Okay. So today we will check the activities that I set, and also, but have you done the activities? Okay. Well, I've got some copies, written copies here, but we will just correct them. Okay, here you are. One, yes, I've got a few here. Okay, so maybe for the here. So let me just open the platform. Yeah, so it's just the end that changes. So January and February doesn't, I mean, it doesn't change. It's just that an extra week has been added. This is because of Easter. So each year, depending on when Easter is, calendar have to be adapted. Okay, good. So have you read Okay, let's. So what we will do just now is to check very quickly the activities from Unit 1, okay? But let me just open them in the platform so I can have a look myself. Have you completed the questionnaire for Unit 1? There is a questionnaire to be completed from Unit 1, and the deadline is next week, okay? Next Monday. I mean, I've put it on Monday because just in case there are problems or something, so you can have like. So, okay. So if we just open the activities that we started last week, we didn't have time to finish. We finished in which activity? Can you remind me? Where did we stop? You can remember. We did 1, we did 2, we did the listening in number 3, but we didn't do number 4 or 5. I think that's where we stopped. Okay. So good. Okay, so let's see number 4 very quickly. Okay. So here we have like a small table in which we have names of different people here. George Evans, Mary Tyler, Mark Turner, okay? And we have the marital status there, okay? Marital status, married, single, we don't know, okay? So what is the meaning of unmarried? What is a synonym for that? Unmarried, single, okay? Normally, I mean, what is that? Is it an adjective or a noun? Adjective. So you have single and you have unmarried, which are adjectives. If you want to use a noun, that's a different word. Okay. Do you know the words for the nouns? Let me just, if you want, I can open the thing here so we can write. Okay. So as I say, single or unmarried are equivalent, but they are adjectives. Single and unmarried. Then we have nouns. But we have different words, one for a man, another one for a woman. Bachelor, okay. The problem is that in some contexts, it can have like a negative connotation. So yes, so if you say a bachelor, it implies something like more negative. It's not like a choice. Many people say I'm single after meeting model, so they say single because you're like proud of being single. But if you say a bachelor, it's a single man, but I mean it's a single man that might wish to marry, okay, but hasn't found a partner or something like that.
A bachelor is soltero?
Yes. Okay. And then for a woman, that's a spinster. If you say if you want to be like neutral, we just use the adjective, okay? Or you say an unmarried man, or okay, spinster. It's not a very common word, okay? Bachelor is more common, is more familiar, okay? A bachelor or spinster.
We can use a bachelor with a man or woman?
No, only men.
Okay.
and spinster is only women. Then we also have marital status as nouns for the rest of the categories. So, for example, I mean, imagine married is an adjective. Is there any noun equivalent for married? There's not any. There's not any, okay? So you have to say like a married person or a married man or a married woman. There's not even a word for the two of them. Cuando dices un matrimonio, for example, you say a couple or a married couple if you want to emphasize that they are married, okay? So, because if you say a couple, okay, that's okay. But if you want to be, I mean, to make sure that the hearer understands that they are married, so it's a married couple. Then we have, for example, widowed. Sorry, not widow. Widowed is the adjective.
What's mean with?
Widowed is when your partner, when your husband or wife has passed away. When one of the two partners has died, okay? Pass away, como fallecer, okay? It's like the neutral, okay? I'm gonna write it here if you want. To die, sometimes it's like too strong, so we say pass away to neutralize the effect. So widowed, this is the adjective. Widow is the adjective. And then we have a noun for a man and a noun for a woman. Do you know these words? Yes. So first we need the article, okay? So a something. Okay, yes, but that's, so, sorry. If we say we have a widow and a widower, okay? However, widow is a female and widower is male. So in this case, the suffix, because we normally, if you want to make a noun feminine, we add something extra. So if we say, for example, I don't know, waiter, what's the feminine for waiter? Waitress. So we add extra things. So if we say waiter, we add this as a prefix, waitress, for the feminine. You see the point of this? But here it's the other way around. So the feminine is widow, and then the masculine has extra letters. It's like the opposite, the reverse tendency. Es lo, como una excepción, okay? Porque no es el femenino el que se forma del masculino, but the other way around, okay? So, good. So that's for widowed people. If you say, for example, separated, is there any noun for that? Sorry. Separated? For separated, there's no noun, okay? So you have to say a separated person, a separated man, something like that. However, there is one for divorced. Divorce is the adjective. But if you say a noun, if you want to say a noun, how would you say that in English?
Finish married.
Sorry?
Finish married.
But that's not a noun. That's like a description of the marital status, okay? That's like an explanation. For example, when you say, I don't know, Prince Philip of Spain married el príncipe Felipe or even Prince Charles, okay, in England. Se casó con una divorciada. In that case, it's not an adjective, it's like a noun, okay? So how do we say that in English? It's very logical in some sense. For example, if you work for a company, it means that you have like you are employed, okay, by the company. So employed is the adjective, but what is the noun? Unemployed is the negative, okay, but it's an adjective. Have you heard the word, for example, employee? Okay, so employee is like employed, but employed is an adjective, employee is a noun. So that's the thing. A divorcee, okay? A divorcee, that's the noun for. I don't know if you've ever seen these words, but yes, that's like another possible, okay? Engaged. So when you're planning to marry, okay, when you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or something and you're planning to marry, you're engaged, kind of. And this is the adjective. And what is the noun for that situation? It's like a very old-fashioned word, okay? Mi prometido. Maybe if you read literature, you can find this word. Or if you see the drama or in the theater or something. It comes from French. I don't know if you know French, but yes. So it's this, a fiancé, okay, in the singular. Sorry, in the not singular, masculine, and with with double E in the feminine. However, this has an accent because it comes from French. But if you want, you can eliminate the accent, okay, because it's not obligatory. The accent is not really English. It's like when you go, for example, to a coffee shop, una cafeteria, you can also say in English, cafe, okay? And some people write an accent because it comes from French. It's not obligatory, so you can write the accent. I mean, if you look them in the dictionary, it may give you the two alternatives, one with and one without accent. So that's it. I mean, there's no more really. Well, for example, is there any possible marital status apart from this? Not really marital. So, I mean, this is not really marital. Boyfriend or girlfriend. But that can, okay, partner. Do you know the word partner? Yes, it's like a more modern.
Business or partner?
Yes, partner is very general. So you can have like a company partner, or for example, a company can have partner institutions. So partner is like general to say that there is a connection, be it personal or business, a business connection. So you can say my partners at school, which are like my classmates, okay? Or if you say my partners at work, it means your colleagues at work. But if you say something like my partner, like in a love relationship, okay, so that's partner in the sense of boyfriend or girlfriend. However, I mean, boyfriend, girlfriend is.
Partner is gay.
Sorry?
It's usually when the people is gay.
Not really. It's for everything. I think it originated in that context. I'm not really sure, but my opinion is that it originated in that context to avoid having to say, okay, a man who has a boyfriend. So as a kind of neutral word. but it has expanded. So now it's possible to have, when you say my partner, mi pareja, you can have, I mean, it's like neutral. Maybe it could be a man or a woman. Okay. So for example, if you when you register, I mean, some people, some couples register. Okay, go to the town hall and register their union. Maybe not with a wedding, but they register. So that's called like a civil union or a civil partnership. Okay. So legally, when you say like something like my civil partner, you can say my partner as like more colloquial, but legally or in more juridical terms, it's like civil partners. My civil partner is my the person who I'm living with. Okay. Yes. Yeah. My civil partner, mi pareja.
Final of the sentence.
Yes. You can put it at the end, or you can put it at the beginning if you like. But if you put it at the beginning, then you cannot use who. You have to use whom. Okay. So in a way, it's better to put it at the end because it's like the more natural. Prepositions are always transposed to the end of the sentence. From the most basic. So if you say something like, for example, where are you from? That's a very easy example of that tendency in English. Then you have more complex and more sophisticated examples. Okay, so this is what you have, a civil union, civil partnership, and some people say, okay, for example, I'm living with my partner, something like that. Okay. Good. And there's no more than this as far as I know. No. Okay. So good. So let's see the names of these people. Okay, and we have to add the title. This. So, for example, for George Evans, what title do we use? What title? No, that's the marital status. Sorry? Mr. Mr. Remember that we have to say Mr. and the name, okay? So you have to say Mr. George Evans or Mr. Evans. We can never say something like, hello, Mr. That's not possible, okay? Or not even hello or Mr. George. That's not possible either. So Mr., the title, is with the family name or with the full name, but not with the first name, okay? And not like an independent word. If you want to have an independent word, then you have, what do we have for an independent word? Se, okay, se. You say,
Lady.
and it's not lady there, it's madam, okay? If you say, good evening, madam, good evening, sir, okay? If you know the name, it's like, or when you write a letter, like a formal letter, dear sir, dear madam, okay? Then you have others, like lady is equivalent to, or ladies at the level of gentleman, okay? So we have sir, madam. They are nouns, but they cannot be combined with the article. So you cannot say a sir or something like that. There's a sir waiting at the door. That's not possible. It's like there's a man or there's a gentleman. That would be like very literary and poetic, okay? But or you don't say there is a lady at the door, or lady maybe, okay, but not really gentleman. However, it's preserved in some situations. For example, if you want to address an audience, like the greeting, the way you say hello to that group of people, it's ladies and gentlemen. So that is a fixed expression and it's valid, okay? And also For example, if you're trying to find the toilets in a public building or something like that, you can have signs and no, los letreros, okay? And you can have, for example, gents and ladies. Gents be like a short word for gentlemen, okay? Gents and ladies means men's toilets and women's toilets, okay? So this is like old, I mean, a little bit like old-fashioned English, only petrified in some contexts, in some fixed expressions, okay? Good. So next, so we have Mary Tyler. Let me, sorry. So, no. What's happened here? Okay. I'm gonna delete all of this, okay? So Mary Tyler, married, that means what's the title? Mrs. Okay. So the first one was Mr. whatever, okay? So not independently. Do you know the origin of Mr.? Well, Miss Mr. means this, okay? However, we don't write Mr. as like a full word. It comes from master, okay? Master, like when they were masters and slaves, señores y esclavos, something like that. So that's the origin. A master room, a master copy, okay? So if you say like, if you have some music or if you have like the original copies, the master copy, or at least one example. Then we have this, which comes from this, okay? From mistress, which is the feminine, but you don't find the word mistress. You don't find it. And then, for example, then we have Mark Turner, Mr. again. Anna O'Connor, single. We have the other one, which is Miss, okay? Miss, whatever. And finally, we have Stephanie Jones, for whom we don't know marital status. So we use one which combines both of them, okay? So it's not Mrs., it's not Miss, it's only M and S, which is like a fusion. It's Ms, okay? Like Miss Jones. Miss Jones. I mean, normally the difference is like the final S, okay? This is like Miss Jones, and the other one is a voiced consonant. It's Z, not S, but Z, if you want to clarify the difference. Okay, good. So let's look at number 5. In number 5, we have situations, okay? We have these bubbles, okay? These are called speech bubbles. Bubbles, like when you have a bath with bubbles, un baño de burbujas, okay? So this is called a bubble. It's not a sandwich. So no es un bocadillo en español, but it's not in English, okay? And here you have the situations, okay? So we have the first situation, which, so you're at a conference, introduce yourself to the person sitting next to you. What do we use? Yeah, Elaine?
Can I introduce myself? I'm
Okay.
Pedro Costa
From Lisbon, okay? So can I introduce myself? I'm Pedro Costa from Lisbon. Very good. What about number 2? You're meeting a visitor you have never met before at the airport. You see somebody you think might be your visitor. Speak to her.
Maybe E.
E. Excuse me, would you by any chance, or would you by any chance, como por casualidad, por un casual, you can say by chance only without any, okay? So any is like emphatic here. So would you by any chance be, okay? Then we have introduce a person visiting your organization to your colleague. Organization is a kind of synonym for company in English. Company, institution, okay, corporation. A, okay, Mr. Lavis, I'd like to introduce you to a colleague of mine, Claire Smith. Sorry, a colleague of mine is a bit formal, okay. To a colleague, yes. It's colleague, not college, okay. Not really. Well, it is a school, but not primary school, as I say. I mean, it's, for example, you have the School of Arts, like the College of Arts, como facultad, okay. También school puede significar facultad. So if you say like the School of Media, una facultad de periodismo, whatever. So it's college, but it's also the American word for university.
High school.
So, sorry? No, it's not high school. It's university. So if you say, next year I'm going to college, that means I'm going to access university. So, in the US, yes. In the United States. However, they say college, but then the official name of the institution is not usually college, okay? So you say something like the University of New York, the University of San Francisco. So they use the word university, but usually like for the name, for the official name of the institution. But then when they speak, they say something like college, okay? But as I say, in England, for example, college is like a school. So a university has different schools, so that's college. Okay. So good. So number 4, you arrive at a company for an appointment. Introduce yourself to the receptionist. So that's obviously B. Okay. Morning. My name is Ralph Loring. I have an appointment with Mr. Brown at 10. Appointment. What is an appointment? Sorry. Sorry, Ralph Lanson. Sorry. The thing is that I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. That's my eyes. So that's the micro. Let me just. Yeah. Yes. But they don't usually speak, so. Okay, don't worry.
What's the appointment?
Appointment, yes. What is the meaning of appointment? Yes. So it's like a meeting, like a private meeting, like a one-on-one, okay? Then you have another word. For example, when if you're meeting somebody, or now, it's very, I don't know if you've seen this, if you haven't seen this, speed dating, okay? Citas rápidas, okay? So date is also a more, this is usually like a romantic date or something like that, okay? Having to do with personal relationships. So you don't say, I've got a date with the doctor. No, I've got an appointment with the doctor. Okay. A date is usually when you're meeting somebody because you want to go out with him or her or something. So speed dating, lo que hay ahora es citas rápidas, something like that. Date. you also have like this kind of a blind date.
Yes.
A blind date. Do you know the meaning of blind? Okay, blind. Yes. You know that this is also a blind. Okay. La persiana también se dice blind. Okay. Quita la luz. Okay. Blind. Okay, and finally, number 5. Introduce 2 friends of yours at a party. That's the, by elimination is D, okay? I don't think you know each other, do you, Sarah? This is Matt. Look, Elena, again, like the possessive, okay? Like 2 friends of yours, okay? This strategy is possible. You use the it's a little bit more formal, but it's okay. Good, so, sorry. So now number 6. So we have like socializing expressions in English. So what do we have before an exam? Okay, so what do we wish people, well, for the exam? Good luck. Okay. So before an exam, we say good luck to wish people well for the exam. This is when you say, I wish you well, is like, I've got good wishes, positive wishes for you, okay? Then when we have an alcoholic drink with friends, we sometimes hold up our glasses and say, cheers, okay? So everyone says like, cheers, 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 like that. But cheers is a different thing as well. Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah. But cheers also means thank you, okay? In a more colloquial situation.
You can say thank you when you...
No, not really. I mean, you mainly use cheers for when you are at a house, something like that. It's for the sound, yeah, it's like the sound. En español se dice chin chin, so it's kind of similar. But apart from that use, cheers can mean thank you.
Cheerful.
Okay? Yes, for example, cheerful. Okay? Cheer.
Okay.
Also, more colloquially, thank you is ta. Ta. That means thank you. Okay? But that's very, very colloquial. So don't worry. Ta. Usually, I mean, for example, in emails or text messages or something, you can write ta, okay, which is thank you. I assume it's a kind of abbreviation of, I'm not really sure. So number 3, when people sneeze, we say, what do we say? Sorry? Bless you. Bless you. Okay? Bless you. Which is an abbreviation, it's like the short expression for a longer one. Do you know the meaning of bless? Bless, like for example, when they say, God bless America, for example, yes. So that's bless, bendecir. So bless you originally was God bless you, okay? Como que Dios te bendiga, but abbreviated, bless you, bless you. Many of these expressions have a religious origin, but we don't see that origin anymore, okay? So it's like when you say in Spanish, well, maybe not here, but if you go to the mainland, si alguien estornuda, lo que dice Jesús, okay? Aquí se dice más salud. En la península se dice más Jesús. Okay. Yes. So it has to do with religion in some way. Good. So number 4, when we want to get past someone in a public place, we say, excuse me, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, number 3 is bless you and then thank you. Thank you or thanks or whatever variety you may have. Number 4 is, as we said, excuse me. Excuse me. Number 5, to warn someone about a danger or an accident that might happen, we shout, look, and we need a preposition there. Look, sorry? Out. If you say at, you have to say what? And it's not. Look at is like, doesn't imply any danger, okay? Look out, look out. On Christmas Day, we wish people a happy or merry, okay? Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, okay? On January the 1st, we say Happy New Year. Number 8, if you've misheard or misunderstood something, what do we say? So if you want, for example, clarification or repetition, or but I mean like one word, maybe 2 words. Sorry? Not really. Sorry? Pardon? Yes. Pardon? Pardon? Yes. Pardon? Pardon? But it's not pardon, okay? Like in French. It's English. So it comes from French originally. But you have to pardon? 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 That's British, okay? Now you can also say I beg your pardon. To beg is suplicar, okay? I beg your pardon. Or you can also say pardon me. Okay, so all with pardon. Pardon me. I beg your pardon. Do you know how to pronounce this? Pardon. Can you try, Elena? Pardon? Sorry? But not, okay, like como perdón, something like that, okay? When you don't say what, okay? Okay? No, it's you can also say sorry if you like, okay? So if you get sorry, it's like, can you please repeat? I haven't understood. That's more British, and this is British and American. It's like more, this is more, I don't know, British and used by older people, and this is more used by younger people, okay? So, because it is very general, sorry for everything. So, but you have to learn the pronunciation of these words, okay? So, pardon. You have to join the D and the N, like pronounce it together. So it's something like pardon. Okay. For example, I don't know. How do we read this? I've got a very beautiful garden. Garden. This. Cotton. Yes, good. It's like when you're swallowing, como si te tragaras la N. Cotton. Britain. I live in Britain. No, it's not bad. It's just that this is more. Well, it's not that it's more natural, but it's more. It's like a more careless pronunciation. So if you say Britain, cotton, pardon, garden. That's like careful pronunciation. You see the point? Es como una pronunciación más pausada, something like that. Okay. So yes, but if you speak quicker, then you tend to abbreviate words. Okay. So you say Britain, garden, Britain. Okay, something like that. I mean, if you speak to a native speaker, they will pronounce more this way, okay, than having like a careful speech. Okay, good. So here again we have similar things. Like, okay, so we have a good weekend. What's the typical response for that? The same to you. Okay, the same to you. I've got an exam tomorrow. Good luck. No, but bad luck is different, because bad luck is not like the opposite of good luck. You say good luck because you wish good luck to somebody. But if you say bad luck, is like you regret something. It has to do with lament, okay? So if I say, well, I failed my driving license, bad luck, okay? So you're regretting something, okay? Because you don't normally say to people, bad luck, okay? You don't wish bad luck, you wish good luck. So o sea, no, es más complejo que ser simplemente el antónimo, okay? Good. I've left my book at home. Never mind, or it doesn't matter. No importa, okay? Then we have number 4. Achoo. Bless you. Yes. Sometimes you can find this written like that, okay? Attitude. I don't know if you've seen this word before. That's another way of writing achoo. I've got attitude. Normally, the onomatopoeic language is different in English, in Spanish, in French, okay? So you find, we think it's the same because it's a sound, okay? But it's not. It's not. For example, if you talk about animals, I don't know, imagine a dog, okay? So what's the bark? What's the sound of the dog in English? That's Spanish, but not in English.
Barking.
Okay, barking is the action, okay? So when you hear a dog barking, yes. No, that's okay, close. Woof. It's woof, okay? Yes. So it's not wow, but woof woof. So depending on the, I mean, we think it's the same, but it's not the same. I mean, naturally, the sound is the same, but we give a different interpretation to what we hear. Okay? So that's the thing. I don't know if you've it was very popular last year. El pollito pío le suena del año pasado, de las Navidades, something like that. Have you heard that song? I mean, it's not something that I particularly like, but I try to see like the learning part of that, okay? So there is a version in English of that song. There is another version in Italian, there is another one in German. I think there's one in Russian, in Italian, in French. There are so many. In Romanian, in Catalan. So if you want to compare the animal sounds in Spanish and English, you have to watch that video in the 2 languages. And then you will find, I mean, how the dog barks, okay? and what the sound of the, I don't know, the cat is, or the thing, okay? It's called that, like that, okay? Well, it's called the little cheep, okay? Cheep is the sound, okay? Yes. So el pollito pillo. So cheep is what they say, okay? Chip, 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 something like that. So if you see like a chick, un pollito, well, it's cheap. Okay. Good. So we continue. I've got a new job. Congratulations. Well done. Okay. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday. Would you like some more cake? You can answer in two ways. Yes, please, or no, thanks, I'm full. Okay. No, I mean, do we use some? Maybe you've studied grammar before, and this is something, maybe something I don't know, but I'm not really sure. When can we use some in questions? Have you ever studied some? Any? No? So if you say, I've got some money, you use some because it's positive. If you say, I haven't got any money, you say any because it's negative. If you make the question, like, have you got any money? Or have you got any brothers and sisters? You use any because it's a question, it's an interrogative form, okay? And we use no with positives, okay? Because no is negative, so why can we use this here, some? Could we say, would you like any more cake? It could be possible, okay, but this is more frequent because you're expecting a positive answer, okay? So if you think that the answer is going to be yes, which is always true when you offer something, maybe you can get a no, okay? But if you offer something, if you offer a service, if you offer food or something like that, you expect the answer to be positive. So you say, would you like some more cake? Would you like some more tea? Would you like something like that, okay? So then we have cheers. Cheers. The same. Could I have another biscuit? It cannot be yes, please. Yes, please is with no thanks, okay? It was the same thing. So here we have, would you like some more cake? Yes, please. Or no, thank you. It depends. But you cannot say yes, please here. Why not?
Help yourself.
Yes, it's help yourself. We cannot say, because it's the same person that speaks, okay? So if you say, can I have more, can I have another biscuit? Could I have another biscuit? You don't usually reply to yourself, okay? So the other person says, okay, have yourself. So, I mean, took as many biscuits as you want or something like that. So help yourself. Sírvete, okay? Tú mismo. Sorry? Yes, yeah, I mean, just something like that. You can take it. Help yourself is like more formal. Imagine that you have, I mean, you're flying. Well, now, because of all that low-cost situation, that now there's nothing free, okay? But I don't know, you can imagine something like a waiter with a trolley or something like that, with a dessert trolley or in a buffet or something, and they say, help yourself, something like that, so you can take the food. And finally, I must go now. So this is see you tomorrow. Okay. Then we have here the letters from the alphabet. So we're not gonna do this, okay? But we can do this if you like, okay? This is the abbreviations. Number 9, okay? So what's the abbreviation for British Airways? Good. British Broadcasting Corporation? The BBC, okay. British Rail? BR. Have I told you the thing about the TV license, or maybe you're aware of the situation? The TV license, yes. Do you know what the BBC is? Yes. What is the BBC? Channel. Not the canals in Venice, que se dice canal como en español. Okay. But when you say the canal de una ciudad del agua residual, it's canal, okay? When you talk about the TV, it's channel. So it's like the state, it's like the government channel, okay? Is the equivalent of that, okay? Televisión Española, in Italy you have the RAI or something like that. The official, the government, sorry, not the BBC, no. The rest of the channels are private, but not the BBC. So that's what it's like. It's a similar situation. So, for example, if you remember, I mean, is there advertising in the BBC?
No.
There's no advertising. There's no TV commercials. There are no TV spots. Well, there are some, but about their own programs, okay? But not commercially speaking, as I say. So, for example, if you remember in Televisión Española, now there is not any advertising, but there was some in the past. There was a point in which they stopped, okay? And why do you think it doesn't have any advertising?
Because
the government, the state.
To TV in Spain and TV
okay. In Britain. But in Britain, it's a different system, okay? Because, for example, here, do you have to pay the TV?
No.
But then,
Britain and Germany.
Yes, I mean, well, here we don't pay because there's not like a tax, okay? But we, in a way, we pay something because we give money to the government. So some of the money will go to the TV channel in some way, okay? But it's like a very indirect thing. However, if you go to England, you have to pay for a license, okay? Well, you have to buy a license. Okay. So if you have a TV, annually you have to pay like a tax. It's like
if you have strict TV.
It depends. It depends if it's legal or illegal, or if the TV is in a communal area, or if it's in a private bedroom or something like that. There are different fees depending on the situation. So, do you know how much, more or less? How much is a TV license in England? Not really. It's more than £200 a year. £200 a year. So it can be maybe, yes, like 250 euros or something like that. So, and then what you have, I mean, in other it's not only England, it's in other countries, okay? So, and there are the TV licensing officers, okay? These people are like inspectors that visit houses to check if you have a TV or not. Okay. Sorry?
That's the
Electricity. Electricity. The electricity service. Okay. Good. So that money goes to the BBC to support the BBC financially. But then the rest of the channels don't receive anything. Okay, they're private. So, but you cannot say no. I don't watch the BBC. I see the private channel. No, you have to pay anyway. So it's like okay, here it's the same thing that here you could never say okay. I don't have a TV at home, so I don't want any of my money to go to the Televisión Española. So it will go eventually. Or you cannot say, okay, I don't like bullfighting, no me gustan los toros. Que no usen mis impuestos para eso. It will go, or if you don't like sports, it doesn't matter. Your money will go there. Okay. So that's the system. Okay, so we have the British Rail, BR, the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, Federal Bureau of Investigation is the FBI, Great Britain, GB. And what is another abbreviation for Britain? I mean, Great Britain, and then you have the United Kingdom, okay? It's not exactly the same. They are similar. What is the difference between these two? Yes, so the United Kingdom includes Great Britain and Northern Ireland, because the official name is United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. That's like the long name of the UK, okay? So United Kingdom is more than just Britain. Good. So when you say England, if you're referring to England, it's okay. But if you say England like in a very general way, that's incorrect. Okay? Me voy a Inglaterra, then some people go to Scotland or to Wales. No, I mean, if you say England, it's England. The language is English, yes, but I mean, English is also spoken in so many countries. So we have then Los Angeles, LA, Member of Parliament, MP, okay? Be careful with these abbreviations because, for example, if you were to include the article, so if you say, for example, a Member of Parliament, you use this article, okay? Good. But if you use the abbreviation and you need to use the article, it's not a member. It would be, what is the article that we should write here? Sorry? Not the, because these are another article. But if you were to use the indefinite article here, which one do we have to use? No? An. Okay. An MP. You say, I'm an MP. Okay. It's like, I don't know, the LP. Okay. Do you know what an LP is? Well, was an LP disc. Okay. A long player disc. So if you want to use the article, we have to say an. Why? Well, this is unit 2. This is more related to unit 2, but anyway. Yes. This is a consonant, but phonetically speaking, it's not a consonant. You see a consonant, but you pronounce a vowel. So LP, so an LP, MP, an MP. Okay. So it's not what you see in the written form; it's what you hear. Okay. So it's like, for example, if you say the word uniform, what article do we use here? No, it's not an. It's a uniform because you that is like a semi-consonant. It's not a full consonant, but it's not a full vowel. Okay, it's like a semi. So uniform, university. So we say a university, a uniform. So try, I mean, be careful with this, okay? Because it's not the rule is not that simple as we have learned it. Siempre nos han enseñado antes de consonante, but that's not the truth, okay? That's a very simple way to explain things. It's more complex, but it's not that complex anyway. So then we have please turn over. PTO. Have you? Do you know the meaning of that? Can you remember? What's the meaning of PTO? Please turn over. Where do we use this? That means, I mean, please turn over is to turn over, okay? Sometimes imagine that you have to fill in an application form, a registration thing, something like that, okay? And you have information here, but you also have information at the back, okay? So it's like a reminder, PTO, written like in here, como aquí en la pestañita, ponen PTO, okay? As a reminder that you have to turn over the page and complete the rest of the information. The Royal Air Force, RAF, the United Nations, UN, United States of America, the USA, or if you say United States, just US, okay? The United States of America don't even have a name. I don't know if you've noticed. What is the nationality of people from the United States of America? American, okay? So remember that in English, American is not only the American continent, it's also the US. So they've kind of retained the words. Sorry? Yes. They don't really have like a name because state or United States is not a proper name, it's a common name. And then America, in theory, is the continent, the whole continent. So they have not been very creative in a way. I don't know. There's not much imagination. So very important person. VIP, like when you go to the airport and you find the VIP room or the VIP lounge. Unidentified flying object, UFO. You can also say UFO, yes, because sometimes abbreviations become part of or become words, okay? So como ovni, okay? So we consider it like a word, or it's like the word. Do you know this word? Radar. Radar. So for example here, the motorway, I think there are like 5 or 6 radars, okay? Como 5 o 6 radares, esto solo en este trozo de Las Palmas. So, radar. Sorry? I think there are more, but I'm not really sure. I think there are more. I mean, at least that's what Google Maps or something says, okay? But radar is an abbreviation. Well, it was an abbreviation originally. Now it's become like a word, okay? But it means radio detecting and ranging, okay? Ranging means locating, okay? Ranging. So it's R, well, it's this, okay? Ray, this. Radar is like an abbreviation of this, okay? Did you know that? Lo sabía o no? To see, no? Okay. I know. I sometimes repeat myself, sorry. So, if you know me, los que me conocen, pues yo me repito mucho. But, so, well, so, and finally, please reply. Sorry, I deleted this. I didn't want to do this. This is French, okay? So, it's this, okay? Because it comes from French. Yeah, you find this like in invitations or wedding invitations or sometimes like event tickets that you receive like the ticket and they say RSVP. So please confirm your attendance. So it means something like please reply, please confirm. Okay. Good. So let me just see if we have, okay. Let's do this, okay? Let's go to 19 to act because we don't have like much time. So we're gonna do, I don't think we're gonna have time for unit 2, but it doesn't matter, okay? But I'm interested in this, in the use of prepositions, okay? So in 19. So here we have rules. We have the prepositions in, at, and on. These are not really sentences. They are the rules, but in English, okay? So let's try to guess what we have to write. So we have number 1, which is before dates. We use the preposition. Which one? Yeah. You say at, on, and at. It's on. Okay. It's not at, it's on. On, yes. It's the rule, okay? It's the rule. So when you say the whole date, for example, you say, St. Valentine's Day is on the 14th of February. Or my birthday is on, well, that on is optional in that situation because you can say my birthday is the 15th of January. But you can add on if you like, okay? So it's on. Before years, we use in. In plus the number. For example, which year are we in? In 2014, okay? Now it's both, okay? Now, like, normally from the year 2010, before 2000, there was a tendency to split the date into 2 parts. Then from 2000 on, there was like a dilemma. And people started to say, instead of 2001, 2001, 2002, 2003. But then from the year 2010 or 210, and very specially 200, and I mean, when the Olympics were held, the Olympics were held in London. I think it was in 2012, maybe.
Yeah.
The last Olympic Games were held in London. So all the advertising from the BBC was London 2012, London 2012, London 2012. And then people started to think that maybe it's time to go back, to revert back to the original system of mentioning the date. So now there is a kind of controversy or discrepancy between people. So some people say 2014, other people say 2014, okay? But I'm more inclined to 2014 now, personally, okay? At least that's the way I've heard. I mean, native speakers mention the date now. So 2014. Number 3, before names of days, we use, sorry? On, yes, on Tuesdays, on Thursdays. However, in colloquial English, especially American, it can be deleted, okay? So you can say, see you on Tuesday, but you could also say, see you Tuesday, okay? See you Tuesday. It's more colloquial. Before, okay, number 4. Before the name of a month without a date, we say, it's not on. On is for dates, but for the name of the month only, it's in. So for example, if you say January, it's in January. But what if you use the American system and say January the 14th? So we should say on, but not on because of January, on because of the date, on because of the month plus the day. Okay, so number 5, before the words night, noon, midday, midnight, we use at, okay, and no article. No, so we say at night, but not at the night. Number 6, before a time of a day, we use a time understanding, like, for example, what's the time now? It's 7:30. Yeah, it's 7:30. So at, okay? And so not a part of a day, but a time. And finally, 7, before the words the morning, the evening, the afternoon, we use in and the article. So we say in the morning, but we say at night and not at the night, okay? Is that clear enough? You can say in the night, but that's different, okay? That means something like during the night. So if you say, well, it doesn't matter. But, okay, good. Let's do 20, which is a similar one, okay? It's an information leaflet. A leaflet. Un folleto, okay? Brochure, yes, as well. Brochure, okay? Leaflet, brochure, leaf, do you know any of leaf? When you have a tree, okay, the tree, for example, in autumn, the leaves fall, okay? Leaf is hoja, for example, of a tree. Leaflet, it's a diminutive, como hojita, que es folleto, okay? Leaflet. For example, we have book. Y los manuales que yo les pongo ahí en la plataforma. Booklet, okay? como librito, manual, something like that. So leaflet. So let is the diminutive. It's a diminutivo. Good, for brochure. So we have information for our guests. Do you know the meaning of guests? But in a particular situation. Sorry?
Yes.
But that would not be like a customer, okay? So what's the word, ¿cómo se dice cliente in English? Customer, okay? But in some places, you can use guests. For example, what's this context here? Yes, so it's in a hotel. So for hotel customers, you can say guests. For restaurant customers, you can also say guests. Okay, so the restaurant guests, so los comensales. Okay, guests. Then at home, because I mean, guest means a person that you give food and accommodation to. So if you have visitors at home, you have guests because you give, you give them accommodation and you give them food. Okay, so that's why it's like both. Guests is for restaurants and hotels, and guests is your visitor. For example, if you have visitors at home, these are your guests. And who are you? The hosts. Hosts. Anfitrión, okay? Hosts. Hosts, in the feminine, for example, it's hostess. That's why you have air hostess. Azafata de avión, hostess. Because a host is the person who gives you, who welcomes you and who says hello to you for the first time, something like that, host. Or if you go, for example, in a restaurant, you can also have the occupation of host. For example, restaurant host. Do you know the meaning of that? Restaurant host. It's a profession in a restaurant. You know that? No. Yes. Como el acomodador. It's more or less something like that, okay? Sometimes it's a waiter, okay? It depends on the... If we go to an American... Yes. Well, that's like the head waiter. El maître is the head waiter. Como el camarero jefe, okay? In English, it's the maître d', okay? Or the head waiter. It's French, okay? It's very strange, okay? Pero maître in English is maître d, okay? Only d apostrophe. This is like an abbreviation of maître d'hôtel or something like that. So it should be, I don't know what, okay? But that's the head waiter. Yes. The host is like a receptionist, but in a restaurant. Okay, so sometimes it's a waiter, and sometimes it's not a waiter. Okay. Yes. For example, if you go to I don't know, if you go to a kind of restaurant, it's like more American style. I don't know, maybe Vips. If you go there, you may have a host or a hostess. I don't know if that person will serve the food to you or not. I can't remember. No. No te sirve, ¿no? El que te da. No, so it's the hosts, okay? So you have the host and then you have the waiter. But that's because it's their choice, okay? Sometimes you can be host and waiter at the same time. Maybe that kind of host is maybe like the cashier, okay? So el cajero a la vez, something like that, okay? Good. So we have information for our guests. Breakfast is served. What can we write here? It's not at here. Not because it's the time, because yes, with times we use at. But here you have to, so it's a period of time. It's from to, okay? So breakfast is served, and we have to write here, sorry, from to 10 in the restaurant. And as Monica says, you could also say until, okay? So from 7:30 until 10 in the restaurant. Then the restaurant is open at lunchtime. Good. Again, from, okay, so it's the same thing. I'm not going to write it again. From 12 to 3. In the evening, it's the, it's not that, okay? The, because it goes with a vowel. Do you know this? Or there are two pronunciations for the article. El artículo the has two pronunciations. It's like you have a and an, so you again have the and the. Igual que hay a, an, pues hay the end, and it's the same rule. So if there is a vowel sound, so you say e in the evening or the afternoon, but the morning. If you want to be emphatic, you say the always. Okay? If you say something like, well, that's the rule. Like, that's the rule par excellence. Something like that, okay? If you say something like, which is unique, or it's a very singular thing, a very unique thing, so you say the. And if you want to be emphatic with the indefinite article, how do we pronounce that, the article? That? The article is, for example, a waiter and whatever, okay? If you want to be emphatic, you pronounce a. Did you know that? A. I can't think of any situation now, okay? But that's the emphatic pronunciation of the article. A. That's, I don't know. I can't find any example now, but I will investigate because there are many, okay? This is usually not only for emphasis, but also sometimes when you speak, if you make a stop after the article, you don't say, okay? So you say a, I was in a, and then you continue with this sentence, okay? So you don't say, or the, or some people say the, but in that situation, it would be more correct to say the, okay, that's the, and you think, and then you continue. So for emphasis or for fragmented speech. Para un discurso así fragmentado hay que pronunciarlo fuerte. Okay? Well, that's like the weak. Okay, well, Monica gives an example. Yes, for example, if you say, well, that's a problem here, or there is a problem here, which means something like there is a serious problem. So it's not a problem, whatever problem, no. There is a problem. Or you say, well, I don't know, okay, imagine that you have like a very important dictionary, and you say, or a very important book for finances, and you say, well, that's the book for finances, or that's the Bible for administration and finance. So it's something emphatic. Okay. I don't know if you were aware of, I mean, what I try to give, I mean, that's what I try to do in my classes, okay? I always try to give new knowledge to you but a lo mejor nunca le han enseñado estas cosas antes, pero bueno, maybe you can find it interesting, or maybe it's stupid, but I mean, I'm trying to okay, interesting. Well, interesting is one of these words in which you can have a reduced pronunciation or a more.
I understand you.
Okay.
No, I want to say interesting, good. Bien, no, bien, well.
No, it's good. Well, bien as well, but not como tú vas a decir que quieres decir good. Okay. Okay. So good. Okay, so we continue. The restaurant is open at lunchtime. In the evening, the restaurant is open. Okay, at 6, from 6 could be okay. So it's open from 6. There are 6. Okay. So sometimes it's flexible. Then last orders are at 10. Last orders. Okay. Do you know any of order? Yes. Order is for example, more colloquially like in a restaurant, but it's also like a more formal order. If you have a company and you need furniture or you need computers, something like that, you can make an order to your supplier on provider order. Okay. Good. Then summer, we have summer. In summer, or in the summer, you can use the article if you like. In summer, the terrace bar is open in the evening. Good. The shops in the hotel lobby, do you know the meaning of lobby? Yes. It's like the entrance hall of the hotel. The shops in the hotel lobby are open at weekends or on weekends in American English. On weekends, but well, you can say at if you like. But the exchange bureau is closed. Bureau is like the office, okay? The exchange office. Sometimes you find the word bureau to make it like more sophisticated and more elegant. Instead of saying office, they say bureau. But for example, the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, or sometimes you can have something like the Travel Bureau, which is like a travel agency. So bureau is like an office or an institution or something where you do business. There are other, for example, for example, okay, well, doesn't matter. So Saturday we use on Saturday. Then July and August, they are the names of months. So in July and August, the swimming pool is open from 8 to, okay, or until to 8, okay, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. And finally, we regret that there is no laundry service on Sundays. Do you know any of laundry? Yes. Yeah. Laundry. Crown Promenade. Yes. Crown Hotel. Yeah, that's like a logo type, just kind of fictional. Well, it's not fictional, but the activity is a fictional thing. So laundry, you understand the meaning of laundry? Okay. Laundry can mean so many things because laundry is like everything related to laundry. So, for example, if you say um, uh, like your clothes, I mean, laundry can refer to the clothes as well. So today I have to do the laundry. You say something like that, or can you? Okay, something like, can you bring the laundry in? Imagine that you have a patio or something, and you have all your clothes there hanging on the line, and you say, can you bring the laundry in? So the laundry is not only the place; it's also like the activity or the the clothes, clean or dirty. It doesn't. I mean, it depends on the perspective. Okay. So if you say I have to do the laundry, that means that your clothes are dirty and you have to wash them to clean them. And then in the hotel is that service, and also in the streets. Okay.
The sentence, please?
We regret. That means like something like we are sorry. Lamentamos. Regret es lamentar. Okay. Lamentamos que no hay servicio de lavandería los sábados. Laundry. So laundry is also shops. You can find shops in the street who are laundry, lavanderias, and that kind of thing. Because especially, I mean, if you go to England or if you go to America, you find, well, here we have some, but if you go there, there are even more. Because some people don't have a washing machine at home. Okay. I don't know, but the last time I went to England, I had a washing machine at home. So I was very lucky in that sense. In America, there is a communal laundry. Yes, or in the streets. For example, I mean, when I was in America, sorry?
No, it's the weight. Peso?
The weight, yes, the weight. It depends. I mean, you have like that kind of public shops, but for example, in America where I lived, we had in my block, okay, my apartment block, there was a laundry for residents, okay.
Come on.
Come in. No, there's nobody here. Okay, we're gonna finish in 2 minutes, okay. So when I lived in America, I didn't have a washing machine or a dryer, but there was a communal laundry, okay, with coins, yes, with quarters. Tenías que ahorrar los quarters, que son las monedas de 25 centavos, los cuartos. Yes. So you wash your clothes and then you dry your clothes there, okay, with coins. And then, yes, in that serial, you find that situation. And then when I went to England, the first time I didn't have, we had a communal laundry. And then the second time, I did have a washer at home. So, la segunda vez que fui sí que tenía lavadora. Yes, but because electricity was included in the rent, so I wasn't really. Yes, electricity was included and water was included. Yes, so it was quite nice. I mean, then I checked again later or más adelante, si luego miré, and they had, and they took electricity out from the rent. Cuando lo volví a mirar por curiosidad un día donde lo alquilé, ya habían quitado ya la luz iba aparte, okay? Because there are a lot of electricity expenses because of the heating, okay? The water, the water heater, el calentador de agua, the heater, the central heating or whatever, okay? The heating, yes, like the general heating. Yes, this is what I did. La verdad es que cuando yo fui aprovechado, decía, como estaba incluido, pues nada, no tengo problema en gastar agua, gastar luz, nothing like that. Yes. But, yes, and also because, if you don't have like a house, a family house, you may find yourself in a situation where you don't have a place to dry the clothes, okay? So you can have a washer, you can have a washing machine, but then if you don't have a dryer, te puedes tener lavadora, or if you don't have a garden or something, pero si no tienes donde tenderlo, ni un espacio abierto, ni nada. So, yes, yeah. So that's the thing. Okay, so we're gonna just finish now because I want to give you a break. So, well, today we haven't started with Unit 2, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna ask you to read the material, okay, for next week. I don't know if you have read the material already or not. Maybe you haven't. ¿Lo habían leído el tema 2 or something? Okay, don't worry, but it's available on the platform, okay? So if you go to the platform, you have the booklet, you have some videos, and I will open some links, but later on in the... So, but what you do have to do, okay, is the questionnaire. Okay, the questionnaire for Unit 1. Sorry? No, this is... You do it on the platform, and that's it. Okay, that's a message from Jennifer. So the questionnaires are done online, okay? So you complete the questionnaire online and you get the mark instantly. Conforme lo envías y te sale la nota. No hay que traer la unidad porque se hace en el ordenador, okay? So, and how did it go? You have 2 tries, okay?
Pero lo que más fallé es una de la escenario,
But because it's the alphabet, it's more like the pronunciation. No, you have to pronounce, like, in your mind, you have to imagine the pronunciation of the word, or maybe say them, o a lo mejor pronunciarlas o algo. But that's the thing. Don't worry, you can have another go if you like. Okay, so there are 2 attempts. You can have 2 attempts, and the one I will consider as will be the higher mark. Okay, good. So we finish. So yes, and read the material for Unit 2. Okay. Yes. So can you please write your vale, para pasar lista. Entonces está Elena, Nuria, los que están en la plataforma, ya como los veo ahí, pues ya Ya lo sé. Y entonces, tu nombre era Estefanía, perdón, Herrera, vale. Y Lorena Artiles, vale. Pero ustedes se conectaron la semana pasada. No, ¿no? Ah, vale, vale, vale. Pues muy bien. Vale, pues no pasa nada. Como queda grabado todo, pues luego hace puedes verlo como aquí, ya.
Y a veces se corta el sonido.